Okay, so this is it. I've been talking about these advanced chord voicings now since the beginning of the DVD, and finally now let's start getting into them. This is what I call magic fourth chord voicings. Basically it's voicings in fourths, some thirds, but mostly fourths. Let's just go over once again what a fourth is. Right? So from C to F, that is a fourth. One way of finding it is start on a note and count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half steps. Another fourth is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half steps. These are fourths. What I suggest that you do is practice fourths, okay? Just find this one, right? So C, F, and B flat, right? And then just go up half step, half step, half step, okay? So on and so forth, just like that. Arpeggiate them like this. That's a good way of doing it. So half steps are good, but then try going whole steps. Okay, try moving around, just. Now, there's two ways of thinking about the fourths, all right? This exercise that I'm talking about. One is thinking bottom up, so thumb up, so thinking up from your thumb, going up in fourths, here going up from E, going up from F, from G, from A flat. The other way is thinking top down, so from my fourth finger or pinky and going down in fourths. So basically what I'm saying is you don't have to think necessarily with your middle note and fourth out each way. You're thinking top down or bottom up, all right? So from B flat up or down from A flat. Okay? A lot of times I find myself thinking bottom up rather than top down. Okay? And this will make more sense as we go along here. Okay, so to build these chord voicings in fourths, all right? Take a look at this first line here in the magic fourth chord voicings, and you'll see that I'm starting on the note C, so this is a C major 7 chord, and all I'm doing is I'm going down in fourths. Excuse me. So you see that? These are all fourths. Fourth, 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 and then finally a third. Now listen to that beautiful chord voicing. I'm going to hit a C down here. I'm going to put down the pedal, right? That's a beautiful, rich chord voicing right there. Okay? You see how nice and spread out that is instead of doing something like this. See how that kind of sounds all like bunched up over here and then your melody's up here? Look at that. That's a nice big spread chord voicing. Now you think that's a 2-octave chord voicing right there, but you know what? This is it. That's how much you have to move your hand. It's just that much, okay? This is just a 6th right here and it's a 7th right here stretch, right? So it's not much of a stretch. Now, for dominant 7th, all I gotta do is change one note. Change this thumb to the B flat. So instead of it being the 6th, now it's the 7th. And there's my dominant 7th chord. For minor 7, just change the 3rd down to E flat. So look at that. That's a magic voicing. In the right hand, I didn't have to change a thing. In the left hand, all I did was C6, C dominant, or C minor. Just voicing right on down. Let me do one in a different key for you now. Let's do, you know what, let's move into a flat key. Let's move into the key of E flat. So there's my E flat major scale. So once again, I start on the root and I go down 4th, right? Okay, so that's one way of thinking about it. I can also keep going down in fourths, right? 4th, 4th, and then hit my root down there. But I'm going to show you another way of thinking about it. So here's fourths coming down from the root. In the left hand, I'm going to play root, 3, and 6. And there's my beautiful chord voicing right there. You know, if I want to do like a, you know, so somewhere over the rainbow. So on and so forth, okay? So there's a beautiful chord voicing right there. Green Dolphin Street. Oops. You know, so it's a nice chord voicing. All right, so there's E flat major 7 to make it dominant 7th. There I go. To make it minor 7th, flat the 3rd. I have E flat, G flat, D flat, F, B flat, E flat. Okay. I can hit a root 5 down here. You listen to that sound. That's a real nice sound. Okay. So that's your magic 4th chord voicing. Okay. Now let's go on to these major 7th voicings, dominant 7th and minor voicings using 4ths. Okay. Using this whole idea of these 4ths and these magic 4ths. Okay. So once again, on C major 7 here, what I can do is I can go voice right on down from the root. Oops. And now on number 4, you notice I have this. I took away the C, okay, because now what I want to start doing is I want to show you kind of how you can use these voicings for solo piano or for group piano, okay? Now, if you're in solo piano mode, you're playing a solo piano tune, a lot of times what you do is you hit the root and then you hit the chord like that, real fast. And what I'm doing is I'm holding down the pedal. So pedal down, root, chord. And then with the pedal down, I can move on to something else now, okay, because the pedal is going to sustain the note for me. All right, so if I'm comping chords, this is perfect. So you see how I can just comp this nice C major 7 chord right here, C major 6, okay? And it's real simple. Now, notice it's written as C major 7. This brings up a good point. A lot of times you're going to see just C major 7, and like I said, it's up to you to decide how to voice that chord. Notice that there's no 7th in this chord. If you really wanted to, you could put the 7th in there. All right? But the point is that that's all interchangeable. Major 7, major 6, okay? A lot of flexibility and gray area is there. So even though it says C major 7, you can still play a C major 6, all right? Obviously, you wouldn't play C minor 7 because it completely changed the sound. It completely changes the sound of the chord. Okay, now moving on, building down from the 9th. See what I got? Now here I have 4th, 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 and then I just did a 5th here because I want to have my 3rd, right? If I added my root, okay. Now, building down from the 3rd, I have the 3rd, root, 5th, 9th, 6th, okay? So if I have my root down there, so that nice chord voicing. If I wanted to, I could replace the root with the 7th. Okay, so once again, from the beginning, I have built on the root, built on the 9th, coming down from the 9th, built on the 3rd. Now let's do one built on the 5th. I'm going to move it down here though. Okay, 4th, 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 4th. Okay, but instead of playing the B down here, I'm going to replace it with C. There's a beautiful C major 7 chord voicing, C major 6 chord voicing. Okay, real nice sound right there. Now, I want to build it on the 6th. Right, now notice what I'm doing here once again, I'm still keeping that root 3 in the left hand. Why wouldn't I want to do I could do something like that, all right? I could do sharp 11. Obviously, I want to do the F. Well, why? Because this is a major 7, right? Major 7 chord is those notes. F would sound off because it's the sus sound, right? That sounds nice. Major sharp 11 sounds nice too. If you're going to hit the sharp 11, don't hit root 5 down here because start getting that sound. So just hit root or. Okay. Now built on the 7th, 3rd, 4th, 4th, 4th. Root again. So this is root 3, 6. Gorgeous sounding chord. And then once again built on the root. So you see that's going up and building this fourth voicing on each note of the scale, except for obviously F, because you wouldn't have an F in a C major chord. So going through those quickly one more time. Here's the C major 7, built on the root, built on the ninth, built on the third, built on the fifth, or do that as well. Right? Built on the sixth, built on the seventh, built down from the seventh, right? And then finally, the root.